Hello, I'd like to do a review of my 2002 Sportster, Harley Davidson Sportster. This originally was a 883R version, the racing version. It came in orange with the black and white checkered tank on it. I prefer black, so I changed it over to a 883, just a normal 883 paint job that I picked up. The bike has had extensive work done to it. Let me tell you something about the setting here. We're in mid-Michigan, near Lake Michigan. It is October 12th, 2014. The bike, just yesterday, we went on quite an aggressive ride with a group of about 30, mostly Harleys, ride, a birthday run. So it is recovering. But back to the bike. The 883R version came blacked out with a blacked out motor. This one has had extensive powder coating. Besides that, the wheels, mag wheels, were powder coated. The fork triple trees, a variety of other things. It came to me with low bars that were fork mounted and with rear set pegs that I loved. It was like a lay down bike when I got it, and I loved it, but my knee couldn't take it. I have a knee that just gave me problems constantly because there had to be quite a severe bend in my knee, so I had to change it back to mid pegs, which it came with stock, and I put some tracker bars on it. They have internal wiring, so I had to cut holes in the bars and do quite a lot of things to get those bars on. They have a slight raise in them. I had drag bars on it too, but I didn't quite care for them. I needed a little more raise. I put end mirrors, bar end mirrors. It's got aluminum black grips on it. Some stainless steel lines with a Screaming Eagle fork brace, and also a fork stabilizer that is hooked to the front end. I'll show you. Not to the tubes, so it's a little unusual. I got it on eBay, so you can find it on eBay. The bike came to me with a 42 millimeter Mikuni carburetor. I switched it over to a 45, wondering if it could take it, and it did. So I switched it over to the largest one, a 48, and it's taking it well. I was a little surprised because it has the super hammer kit in it. So it's they call it a 1250 kit. It's got Buell heads reworked by Hammer. Came with a 42 millimeter Mikuni. Has 575 redshift cams, and it has custom lifter blocks, lifters, and push rods. So the bike is probably running, somewhere around 100 horsepower. I did not have it dynoed. I'm hoping to pretty soon. I'm almost to the point where I might want to fine tune it, probably in the spring. It's the fall now, so I put some I had a variety of shocks on it. These are Bitumo, I believe the pronunciation is. They're Italian shocks. I had to buy them out of England because it was hard to find them for a Sportster. These are 12-inch. I think this bike normally came with probably 13.5-inch. When I bought it, it had 11.5-inch progressives on it. It was kind of low. The back wheel was hitting the wiring of the tail light, which caused me a little trouble. So I raised it a 1/2 inch. I had put progressive regular shocks on it, and then I thought I'd go to these gas-filled shocks. They're interesting shocks. The spelling of the name is B-I-T-U-B-O, Bitubo, Italian made. They were about $850 I had to give for them. I'm running a Dunlap 591 on the back. Right now it has a Pirelli on the front. I'm going to switch that over to the Dunlop. It's matching. The bike goes pretty good. I'm going to make a second video here today. I just got this new GoPro Hero 3 Plus camera, so I'm testing this out too. Has special plug wires. They are Nology plug wires. Engine's all blacked out. The original owner put a large oil filter on it. I like that. I don't know what brand it is. It's almost like out of a truck or something. I'm going to try to get another one. He said he has only used all synthetic oil with it in all 3 places, in the primary, transmission, and the motor. Harley Davidson, synthetic, pure synthetic. Seems to be working pretty good to me. I put these little cheap Chinese blinkers on it for a weight issue, and I like the way it makes the front bars look. The bike originally came, I think it was about 500, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, maybe 550, 570 pounds. I've had 3 different pipes on it now. I just got it about 3 months ago, but I really went through extensive work with it too. It came with a hooker upsweep header, 2-in-1. I changed it over to Bassani. I think they're called Street something or another. They were like dual straight pipes, stepped. They were nice pipes. Then I put this thunder header on it. I think I'm home with the thunder header. I was a little worried that it might hit the ground, but so far no problem with it. And even though the bike has been lowered, and it has progressive springs in the front, lowered somewhat, and I have the front lowered. And I have these Burley adjustable spring tensioners in the top. They're from Burley. They're about 130 bucks. Yeah, I had some older Sportsters in my time. 71 I drove for quite a while, and a 65, and this 2002 is nothing like it. This thing, 100 horsepower, 550 pounds, it flies, and it goes through the corners well. I was really surprised. Never knew really that a Harley could be so agile, so nimble, so nice. It's almost like a crotch rocket. I mean, surely it's not keeping up with the crotch rockets. I had it at the strip. The best run I made was about 12.3. I was hoping it would do better than that. You know, I wanted 11.5, but now that I've been working on it for a couple months, working with the carburetor, still working, trying to tune that Mikuni, and fine-tuning a variety of other things with it. I'm hoping I can get, into the high 11s maybe with it, low 12s. I'd say it's probably low 12s now. I just replaced the gas line. I went from a 1/4 inch to a 3/8 inch gas line today because I was running it yesterday. I brought it up to about 110 and it felt like it was running out of gas, ran lean, so I didn't want to burn a hole in the piston, so I let off. And I run with a bunch of guys that have a lot of fast bikes, 124 inch big rigs. This bike is a 77 inch now with the hammer kit because they bore it out a little bit, but to try to come up against the 108 inches, 124 inches, you're talking 30, 40, 50 cc's difference, and it's hard to keep up, but because those guys are probably running 130, 140 horsepower, even though a lot of them are on big rigs, FLHs, street glides, all that, and so there's probably a 300-pound weight difference, so that might give me 30 horse, but it's still, they're pulling hard. Now I got a Super Glide and an FLH too. My Super Glide runs better than this. But this bike, it's a really cool bike. I'm gonna take it out on the road here and do a chest-mounted video here in a little bit down some windy roads by the river, and so you'll be able to get a better view of it, or a going view of it. Yeah, I'll give you a closer look to that stabilizer. Oh, I got a Pingle petcock on it. Trying to find a little longer. Somebody put a shorter kickstand in. It's hard to find kickstands for these bikes. And the older rigid mounted motors, they started to rubber mount the motors in 2004. So they aren't making as many parts for the 2003 and back. But I went the 2003 because it's about 50 pounds lighter. And as I talked to people, they seem to think that this was the one to work with if you wanted to do all the customizations that I've done to it. It's a continual work in progress. I'm going to start it up now. Let you hear what it sounds like. Whoop, might help if I took it out of gear. Hang on. Give it a little choke. Just started it up for the first time, so the motor's still cold. Oh, choke went in. $575 redshift cams. The bike cooks. It's a really fun bike to ride and to own. I get very excited about it. As I said, I had an FLH and a Super Glide, but when I go out in the garage and I'm looking to ride a rig, man, this one calls me, because I didn't think that Harley or a Sportster could be so much fun. It's nimble, corner's great, it's got a lot of acceleration, it's light. It's nothing like the FLH or the Street Glide or the Road Glide or even the Super Glide or the Low Rider. This thing is, you can see why if you own one that's jazzed up a little bit like this one, you can, I mean, it gives you the feeling of racing dirt track or road racing, or it's a great bike. I really didn't think that Harley had it in it. When I go down to look at the new bikes, 2014, 2015's just come out. I don't really see anything that I'm that interested in. I like speed, but this thing here, man, I can't get over it. Can't say enough good things about it. So, all right, if you got any questions, please, you can email me. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Take it from there. Thank you very much.